Itaola SoccerBeat lovers, Mamela. Welcome to Talking Orlando Pirates. You know, I'm with the usual crew of Fetu, Nippy, Slim Cut, Pete the Prof. Aye, it's been happening, guys. It's preseason time, guys, you know, and we just watched the Orlando Pirates match against Las Palmas. Um, a great game, but a bit of a boring game. But we can understand because it's preseason, you know. But before we dwell into the game, I just want to say congratulations to those that have subscribed with us. Thank you so much, guys. Keep on subscribing, keep on commenting, keep on sharing the videos. It's all love, you know. It's all about talking football and sharing what is best, you know. Like my team says, 70%. I'm still saying it. 70% are watching, but you're not pressing. So yeah. But anyway, hopefully you do press while you are watching and listening. So let's get into it, Mfethu Mark. Another game, another preseason game. Guys have got minutes under their legs, and also I think not a bad result. I think looking at you know, at the tactical awareness that the team had, and also the shape that they kept, and also the players, and also the rotation of the combinations, because obviously the coach is still trying to find out his best combination, trying to get players follow what he wants them to do. You know, I mean, I saw the starting lineup. You know, we had the young man Edlaza. I think he done really well. We had Shandu right back. We had Koki and Bokazi. We had Hoto. They looked solid in the first half. We had Nduli, who's a bit of a commander there. He was commanding, even directing play with his hands from the back. And then we had Mutajela. I'm gonna call him Jela because hey, mangithi nomtajela angazi maybe angikhulumi kahle, you know. We had Dlamini, Rele, and then we had Moremi on the right, Mabasa. So I see the coach is playing more of inverted wingers, almost similar like one Parrot used to play from last season. So how did you see the game, Mark? Benjani Jam.
Cheesy, of course, we can always maybe state the fact that it's still preseason, you know, and the coach is still looking at the players, different combination, and all of that. And we can mention a lot of tactical and technical errors or positives. But for me, there's one thing that I would love to see is the intensity of play. You know, the hunger, the desire, the personality, the character. You know, and also it's still preseason. It's a good maybe platform also for the players to show themselves, to show their abilities, and to show their capabilities, and to impress the coach. But also we want to see a situation also from the coach where we can see what he's trying to do, you know, how he wants to play. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if it's inverted wingers, as you mentioned, with Uhota
Yeah.
and Ushandi a little bit higher, you know?
Yeah.
But for me, there's also another issue that we have mentioned in the previous shows is that we are not scoring goals, Cheesy. We're not scoring goals. We have played
Yeah.
three games now. We have conceded 3, and we only scored 1.
Yeah.
And this also is influenced by the fact that we are not creating a lot of chances. We are struggling to play against organized team. We are struggling to break organized defense units. You know, we are struggling to play through. We are struggling to play over, to play around. We cannot really find solutions. And I remember we were speaking now of air saying that really now is starting to drop too deep to receive the ball. I saw second half also Utito dropping too deep, even on top of our own big box to receive the ball. You know,
Yeah.
so how are we gonna threaten the opposition if we are not making even those breaking the line runs cheesy, you
Yeah.
know, to threaten the last line of defense, you know, even if it's the 10, even if it's maybe one of the midfielders, the wingers, you know. But what I see is that our players, they follow the ball cheesy, like they
Yeah.
look at the ball and they go towards the ball too much, towards the ball. You know, no one is saying, can I make a deep run? You know, no one is saying, can I stand and just wait and see? Because also if you look how our midfield is set up, especially when we're dropping both of them, and then we're making a double pivot with Unduli and Ujela.
Yeah.
We cannot progress because they are blocking passing lanes. You know what I mean? Because both of them
Yes.
are dropping on top of the center backs, and now we don't have the channels to make the passes to the tens, Udlamini, or even when the wingers are inverting, even when Rele is inverting. Yeah, we are struggling to find him in the half spaces, in the pockets as well. Now he's forced to drop a lot because now there's not a lot of I don't know if maybe it's the three, I don't know if maybe it's the three midfielders that we are using. I don't know if
Maybe
maybe
it's the
there's not a lot of
combination, Mark. Like maybe it's the conversation. Like maybe it's the combination that we spoke about while we were watching the game.
uh,
Offline.
uh,
That I mean, the 3 is not really as mobile, and also as a 10, you're needing
yeah,
somebody like you
yeah,
said breaking the line. As he breaks the line, then it gives chance for Relo to come inside and collect, so that
where
you
to
stretch the back
that
four so that he can
exactly,
receive. But if they are stationary in those pockets, it makes it difficult for Relo to get in that space because he'll be running
exactly,
straight into his teammate.
exactly. But also, what you want to do, or what you want to see, also is that movement from between Urile and Hoto, it shouldn't be separated. What I mean is that it shouldn't be Rile coming and then Otto going, but it should be like at the same time. You understand what I
Yeah,
mean? So
yeah,
Synchronized.
yes, synchronize. That's the word.
yeah.
It shouldn't be one and then two, but it should be one. You know what I
One.
mean? And then now,
Yeah.
because when the fullback follows Relay, and then now it opens up for Otto. So this is one of the things that I think maybe we should look at. Maybe a 10 that will also be more fluid in that, and also to help break the lines, and even with dribbling, as sometimes, because we need sometimes also cheesy. We can break the line by running, but also we can break the line by dribbling with the ball. So maybe we need a dribbler there in that space to open up spaces.
Mm.
Lastly, is our press.
Yeah.
This is the last one. Is our pressing structure. For me, it's not the way it should be, because what happens is that, one, it's isolated. It's either
Yes.
it's the front five pressing, and then the other five, meaning the back four and Dooley, are sitting on top of the halfway line. So
Way
now
line.
there's a huge vacuum between the five and the five. So now this team now was playing
Finding
through
those
us,
space.
because we are not compact enough. So for me, the first thing that needs to happen with the press, yes, they are aggressive. They try to press, but what I would like to see is to see the team being together in that press. Okay, that 5+5 must be together. There shouldn't be space in between. You know what I mean? And also, we should not isolate Mabasa or any other striker when he press. Once Mabasa jumps to press, and then everyone else have to press. So
Yeah.
we to be a little bit compact and to be a little bit consistent also with the press, cheesy. So those were maybe a few
Point.
things that I've picked up in the last 3 games already.
Yeah.
But the main factor, cheese, is scoring goals. I think we need to score a
Yeah.
lot of goals.
No, I think spot on, Mark. I think that's a very important point that you made there. I think scoring goals is very, very important, and coming up with this upcoming season, the goals are gonna be very, very important if they really want to challenge for the honors and win the league. And I looked at the weird changes as well. Obviously, guys are given minutes, guys pushed to 45, and the next team came in at the 45. Moeneeb, this one is going to you, my guy. Dada started the game. He was very comfortable. I like the boy. Obviously, he was not put so much under pressure, but I just like the way that he's a bit confident. He's an upcoming keeper. So I think he had a good first half. Then second half, with our experienced goalkeeper coming, Chaine, there was a ball that was just played through the midfield. Like Mark said, with those gaps, there was a through ball that a striker went through one-on-one with the keeper. Ball is bouncing. The obvious thing he's gonna do, Moeneeb, if it's bouncing, I'm going to try and lob you. You are out of your box. So I don't know. The decision he took, was it right? Or could he have done something? Because it came out and then he used his hands to block the ball and he got sent off. What's your thoughts on that? Or, yeah.
Listen, at that moment, I think, as me as a goalkeeper, if I'm caught in that position, I would be doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I'll be lifting my hands up. I don't want them to score. And I'm not that I'm covering for China, but normally I would put my hands up as well and try and block the ball. Because it's preseason. And with preseason, it looks like as well, like yesterday, the way everything from the back to the front, everything looks like yesterday was a loading session. Like yesterday, they loaded the boys with a little bit of long runs. So that's why today there was no explosive power, no explosive thinking, no quick thinking, no initiatives, none of that. It just looked like it throughout the team. And with the China thing as well. Listen, I've noticed that it's been not a habit, but he gets his timing a lot wrong. You know, I think the timing and seeing the game when those balls are coming through, I think his anticipation is a little bit needs something that he can work on. Definitely something that he can work on. You know,
But
because
Moeneeb, you are the master of this thing. You know the system at Ajax allowed you to actually read the game. You played like a sweeper keeper.
Super
You know,
keeper.
and
Super keeper. Yeah. He
Sweeper
was
keeper.
the best when it
He
comes
was
to
the
that.
best,
Yes.
Mamela. Slim Cut, when
Yeah.
it came to that, you by the time you think you one-on-one with the keeper, he's already here, sliding, kicking the ball out, or
Yeah.
passing, you know.
100%. But that is what I'm saying now. Like you can see that what stage they are at in their preseason. There's not that
Preseason, yeah.
understanding between defense
It-
and the
it- when you-
goalkeeper.
Is it an instinct thing, or is it something
No.
that can be taught?
No, it's something that I found out, which I used to do as well, which is very important for especially if you want to play the sweeper role. You know, us as goalkeepers, when the player's up there, we tend to just stand on one place here. Even if the play moves that side, we stand on one place here. So I think the key for him to get and stay involved in the game and by reading the game is as the play moves, even if the centre back has got the ball and he shifts the ball from the centre back to the left back, you move as well. You move to that side of the field as well, but not all the way, but in your box area, on the edge of your box. As that ball is moving, you travel as well, but you're just walking. So you're staying involved in the game without having to, think of anything. As the ball is moving, you're walking across to the side. As the ball is moving, you're walking wherever the ball is moving. So whenever that ball is coming, you can see because your movement is staying with the play. In that whole motion, you're reading what they're doing as well. So you can see the intention of if a ball's going to be knocked forward, if a ball's going to be knocked wherever, if the ball's going to be knocked out, because you are moving with the play, you're already anticipating what's going to happen. And you're already in a forward motion because you are keeping up with the play all the time. But that comes with you need to have bravery with that as well, and character, which Chaine has, but you have to build that relationship with your defenders as well, which is hard to do because defenders, if you tell them to push up, they think, they don't want to push up, so it's going to need a character and a commander to tell them, listen, don't worry, I'm here. But the only way they're going to believe that you're going to do it properly is when you do it 2 or 3 times confidently. Then they will start to have that faith. So he needs to build that relationship up with his defenders. But that is why I say you can see there's not that fluidity in the team anyway. Like Coach explained so diligently with all the areas of the field. There's not that the synchronization in how the overlaps and those things work in the midfield as well. How you guys have said, how people are occupying the space. There's not that fluidity and understanding it, which makes me believe that yesterday's session was a running session for them. It made me believe that because the brain wasn't thinking. You could see, man. Yes, you can see the intention is there to do something, but it's the brain, is the message going to the legs, it's not reacting, So, but what so that I feel is happening, right? And with Chaine getting the red card, yes, take the red card, it's fine. So now you're going to sit with that feeling to think, listen, maybe my timing was wrong, so you're going to work on that as well now. You know what I'm saying? So rather that mistake early on in the season, then have that in the game. So now you have time to rectify it. You know what I'm saying? So it's important that, yes, he made that mistake, but it's been a recurring mistake that he has. Remember last season as well, the ball came over the top and he came out and misheaded. So there's something he can work on. Something he can work on, and he has the time to do it now.
Sure.
Listen, it's very important that we understand and I'm sure you understand as well. I'm speaking to the people watching. The moment that we are in our preseason, the stage that we are in our preseason, so we are not fit, we are not doing whatever, we are not doing the things we're supposed to be doing, but you can see the intention, what they want to do, but the execution is not there yet. But with all the things that's not happening in our team yet, we're not losing games. We're not losing games. That's a big thing also. We're not conceding. You know what I'm saying? We conceded against Bolton, but the next 2 games, we never conceded goals. So as much as we are struggling to get that goals and not to find, we close up shop if we don't give away easy goals. You know what I'm saying? So that is also a positive that we can take. You know what I'm saying? It's a positive now.
Yeah.
That now all of a sudden that red card of Chaine looks different, huh? Looks different now, huh? Because if he doesn't make that red card and it goes over his head, that guy runs over and rolls the ball in the goals. Now we're speaking a different thing. Listen, that's what the preseason about. We need to find all these little positives in our team. You know, the result is not important, but we're looking for that positive. But coach, your description, your analysis of that is spot on. And I'm sure, Chief, if you had an analysis as well, it will be spot on, because that is how we watch the game. From a yes, we love the team, but we always do it non-biasly. You know what I'm saying? It's constructive.
True.
It's what the team needs. And one thing I found very not constructive is, who's that guy with the gloves on, man? It's summer, man. You are wearing gloves. What are you trying to say, Wena? What are you trying to say? You are wearing gloves in the heat of summer.
Hey,
Come on.
hey, Moeneeb is new Adidas gloves, my man. I remember I never used to wear Adidas gloves where I come from, man. Now I have Adidas gloves.
You mustn't kill it for
They
cheap.
give
You
you
mustn't.
everything. They give you gloves and scarf and hoodie and everything. So now he doesn't know what to do with the rest of the stuff.
That is what I was thinking. He thought to myself, "Ooh, this is nice gloves, my friend. This is beautiful beanie and stuff. Hey, let me put on these gloves for this game, my friend." He's probably wearing the gloves tonight again.
Like,
Everywhere they are
you
going,
get-
he's
you
wearing
get
the
one.
gloves.
With
don't
other
want
teams,
it
you
to
just get that backpack. You know, the small backpack, you only get that one. Now you get a big one with bomber jacket and training
Traveling,
stuff
everything.
and shorts and Bermudas.
Coach, I just hope he's not one of those players who we are saying, hey, he likes the kit. He likes the kit. We just hope he's not one of those players. Please, my brother, it's 98 degrees outside. You are not sweating. No, you don't need long throws for the night. It's hot. Enjoy the glass, manje. When you get home, put it at home again. No, we are telling you, manje, it is for cold days, those gloves. Okay, so that you can focus on your football.
Hey, Mafetu, with the last preseason game coming up this Saturday, I think when I looked at it, Mark, I'm thinking of when you talk about confidence, because preseason you need to build up confidence, like you're saying, the scoring. Yes, we're playing tough opponents, right? They might be in a lower division, but they're a bit tough because the level is a little bit different, right? So, what happened to the thinking of, let me play a SAB team, let me score 9, 10, let me get my strikers to score 3, 4, bang them in? Will that not maybe hinder the confidence of the players in terms of, hey, look, I'm coming from preseason, I haven't even scored, and we're about to start the cup game, you know? So how crucial is that, you know, as a coach, Mark, to say, to build your preseason, your benchmark, to say, okay, I'm going for this lower division team, that my team, I know, will win the game, I'll focus on this and that. But now we're playing these tough opponents whereby they're making it really difficult for us to score and even create the chances.
Yeah. Good
Remember,
question,
Cheezy,
Cheez.
when you play when you obviously preseason is about also building like general physical capacity, but also you have to build it's like a dual approach where you build your general physical capacity, but also you build your physical capacity and according to how you play, but also you build how you play. You know what I mean? So when you play these not so strong teams, it gives you, there's no much resistance with what you want to do. You know, so now you are able to fine tune those movements and this and that because there's not a lot of resistance. You know, but now when you play like 4 international friendlies, you are caught in between competition and trying to give minutes. You know, now that balance is difficult to find. You know what I mean? When you're playing against a team that is well organized, you play 4 friendlies against teams that are well organized, that will stay there, and then they don't give you what you want to achieve. And then you're gonna come to the PSL and play against teams that won't be organized, that will be running around. They won't have the same structure. Now there's a construct there's like a big gap between preparation and the exact
competition.
Yes. So for me, that's why also we mentioned the other time about these preseason tournaments. Is it a commercial thing or is it a football thing? Maybe from a brand perspective, the club is trying to put the brand out there, which is fine and good. But from a football perspective, what are we gaining from that? Because also, if you play Champions League, are we gonna play this oppositions? How do we bring it close to our environment
What we need,
and our in our situation what we need. You know what I mean? So
Sure.
I think also
Oh,
now
yeah.
it makes it difficult because now we have played 3 games and we have scored 1 goal. And how, as a striker, how am I feeling? You know what I
Eish.
mean, Cheesy? Yeah.
Eish. Yeah, no. No, Bafethu, yazi, la talking Pirates, we can never get done, Bafethu. Just ukuthi abaphathi, isikhathi, Bafethu. We'll see you on the next one. There's a next one coming, Bafethu. Other than that, from us, Bafethu, ningakhohlwa, like, subscribe, press on leyo button. Thina simnandi, Bafethu. We'll see you on the next one, the next friendly game. Results don't matter, Bafethu. Let's just see how progression is, the minutes on the players, the combinations. So, question to you out there: what's the best combination you've seen thus far from the past 2-3 games, Orlando Pirates? If you were the coach, which lineup would you really go for if you mix up the lineups that have
Well,
played in the first half and the second half? So, yeah, from us, SoccerBeat, Bafethu, from Mark and Nippy, we are out. See you on the next one. Oh, yeah.
SoccerBeat, what?